Alrighty guys, welcome back. We're back on the road again. Good old Willie Nelson. Yeah, so this is part 2 of the trip. I am currently leaving Dillon, Colorado, about 9,000 feet up in the mountains, in the good old Rocky Mountains. And first stop today is Great Falls, Montana. And then the next stop, which is the final destination tomorrow, is Red Deer, Alberta. Yep, it's currently, that's Central Time. It's 7:31 Mountain Time, and I think Red Deer is the same in Montana, Wyoming, and all that jazz. Yep, I'm about to fill up. I'm low on my tank. As you can see, got that little devil right there. I did a little scan with my blue driver and figured out my cylinder number 4 glow plug decided to go bye-bye. So not the biggest issue in the world. Apparently glow plugs aren't that detrimental. They just mainly help with warming up the engine block and starting the vehicle. So still is annoying, but I'm just gonna wait until I get home and get that fixed. Because I mean, the temperatures aren't supposed to be below 32 anytime soon. As you can see, this is my tank from driving throughout the week. This is still the fill up from Amarillo in my previous video. About to fill up right now, get some diesel, and then I'll reset it. Then I'll check back with you guys. Alright, so we just filled up. Let's go ahead, reset this tripometer. That's the total amount of miles I've driven so far, not including the little couple ones. Yep, so that's how much I did. Yeah, let's get on the road. All right, so just reset the trip odometer, got filled up. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the road to good old Great Falls, Montana. All right, guys, I'm just getting on to I-70 now. This reminds me, some of the pretty well-known YouTubers do this little thing called the Ike Gauntlet, so just figured I'd give them a shout. And every time I watch their videos of them beating the hell out of trucks, towing trailers and stuff, which is really insightful, by the way. That just reminded me whenever I got onto this highway. So, and every time I see them do a video, I get jealous because I see this beautiful scenery and it's like, dang it, man. Just thought I would give them some sort of a shout out. So now we're heading up to the Eisenhower Tunnel on I-70. I'll just kind of pop in here and film and do a couple things. The fuel economy is going to be horrible because I mean, I've got it in 7th gear and we got 8 miles up the hill all the way to the top of the Eisenhower. No, I'll just periodically check in, show you guys what I'm doing. So I'll try to do a better job of that and record all the miles and the fuel stops. Duh. So catch up with you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, folks, looks like we're about to approach the entrance to the Eisenhower Tunnel. We're about 11,000, 12,000 feet up in the air. I sound like a pilot. Alrighty, folks, we've reached our cruising altitude. You know, there's a good old Eisenhower. There she blows. The good old Eisenhower. All right, there's one major accomplishment of the trip. All right, folks, we're in Johnson, Colorado, and look what I found, a Buc-ee's. I didn't know they were in Colorado. That's very interesting. But yeah, we're 100 miles in so far, and we got 700 more to go. I'll check up with you guys later. Thanks. All right, folks, welcome back. We are currently in middle of nowhere, Wyoming on I-25. As you can see, it's just prairie everywhere. Been in Wyoming for a couple hours now. Do a mileage checkup. So I'm currently at 251 miles. Only a quarter of a tank. Nice. I would say probably for the beginning of the half, I did 75, 70, going through Denver and northern Colorado towards Fort Collins. And I've been pretty much doing 80 since the Wyoming border, because that's when the speed limit changed. That number is way better than I expected and more than likely not accurate, if anybody would to note from my previous video. We're at about 250 miles at a quarter of a tank. Still got the engine light on, but that's just for the glow plug. No biggie. Gonna get that taken care of whenever I get back home. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Wyoming sign I wanted to, but I was on the phone with one of my family members, so I was like, darn it. But we got 350 something miles to go on I-25 before we split off in Montana. I'll make sure to get the Montana sign as we're crossing in. So yeah, I'll check up with you guys later. Thanks. All right, folks, we're checking in now again. Still in Wyoming, almost to Sheridan, Wyoming. Pretty nice little landscape going on over here. Here's what's the numbers so far. I'm at half a tank and driven about 478 miles. I've been doing 80 most of the time. That still is the speed limit. Trip says 29.5, but it's probably more so 27 or maybe 26. Should be crossing over into Montana soon. Hopefully soon. Ready to get out of Wyoming. Get on to Montana. I'll check in whenever we're at a quarter of a tank. And then we'll probably have to do a fuel stop. Catch y'all in a little bit. All right, folks, we're getting out of Wyoming. Going into Montana. All right, there it is. All right. So we're trucking along here now. Still got a little bit of ways to go. It's all right. We'll keep trucking along and check in with you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, welcome back. We are still in Montana. A little cloudy, overcast. A little rain over there. But finally at a quarter of a tank. And that's what the numbers are looking like right now. I've still been maintaining 75 miles an hour. Before I was doing about 80. Now I'm doing about 75. I think I can make it all the way to Great Falls. I only have about 170 miles, 160 miles left. My estimator says 200, so we'll see how it goes, and I'll check back up with you guys in a little while. Thanks. All right, folks, welcome back. At our first fuel stop. We got a full tank of gas. That's how many miles we drove, 731. So let's go ahead and back up. The machine didn't give me a receipt. So that's how much I filled up. 26 gallons, $100. Diesel is very expensive here, $3.79. Very expensive. Let's go ahead and reset that. All right, yeah, that's our total trip mileage so far, almost 2,000 miles. I crossed over 118,000 as well. We're about maybe an hour and 45 minutes from Great Falls. It's beautiful weather outside. Very nice. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. All right, good morning, guys. It's day 2. Currently 6:52. Good old Great Falls, Montana. Today we finished the journey into Canada all the way to Red Deer. So we got about a 6-hour drive. That's what we're looking like right now. Filled up about that long ago. That's our total mileage. And my windshield is destroyed with bugs. I'll catch up with you guys at the border. Hopefully I can get some of that filmed just to see what it's like and share my experience, and we'll see what happens. All right, folks, we made it. Look where we are. Finally made it to good old Canada. So, yep, had to switch it over to kilometers, and that's where we're at right now. Got a little bit of a quarter of a tank. And yeah, we got a ways to go. Got about 61 miles to go before we get to Lethbridge. Oh, there's the name of that place right there. Cool. So, yep, we'll check up with you guys in a little bit. All right, folks, this is the last time in a while we'll see the Calgary sign. And howdy, everybody. I am now back on the road. I had a fun week of vacation. I didn't really film much. Yeah, the truck is all good to go now. All right, so the new modifications have been added since I'm in Canada. I can say this, I did get my truck deleted up here in Canada. It is legal up here. I'm just gonna say I have a slight modification whenever I get back home, but Hopefully it won't be too big of a deal. I can tell you first impressions off the bat, this is how the truck truly should feel. It's way more responsive. I already notice I had above a quarter of a tank, and this is where I'm at right now. Whereas before, it was way more atrocious than that. My time in good old Canada has come to an end, and I am now heading back to Colorado, so I'll make sure to record this next fill up and the journey onward from Calgary to Breckenridge area, Colorado. So I'm about to go fill up. Yep, I'm pretty excited to see what the numbers come out to. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So I'll catch you guys at the pump. All right, folks, I just filled up. I only did up to about half a tank, but that was the previous tank. Let's go ahead and reset that. That's 65 Canadian dollars, and that's 40 liters. So yeah, I'm gonna make it all the way to Great Falls. That's about 320 miles. So I'll catch you guys there. I'll update you along the way though. All right, folks, and just like that, we are back in the good old US of A. Back to good old freedom units. So this is where we're at right now, at about 200 miles, a little below a quarter of a tank. I only got a little ways to go to Great Falls. My GPS is going to Great Falls, so my windshield is splattered with bugs. Surprised there was a pretty big line, border crossing checkpoint. There were a lot of cars going through, so it took about 15-20 minutes. Rolled right up, the guys were nice and cool. Pretty much asked, you know, no drugs, no fruits, no bad stuff. I was like, nope. I guess you could say I have a squeaky clean record. And here we are in good old Montana, back to freedom units. So yeah, I'm gonna fill up in Great Falls. That's about 200 miles. Gas is significantly cheaper in Great Falls. I'm gonna get some fuel there. And as you can see, my def meter no longer works. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So definitely a big improvement. They put a muffler on it. It sounds stock. Unless you walk behind the vehicle, then you can tell it's, you know, been modified. We're on the wide open road of Montana, and next stop is Great Falls, and then I'll be making it all the way to Casper, Wyoming. I got my starting mileage written down, and we'll catch y'all in a bit. All right, folks, so I just filled up. I paid $3.69 for diesel, got a full tank now. Got the trip odometer set to 0. That's the total mileage now. Next stop is Casper, Wyoming, and then back to Colorado. Catch you guys on the road. All right, folks, is it a sign? Get 1,000 miles off this sucker? It was just at 1,000, I swear. I promise you. No, if it's all downhill like this from here on out, it could be possible. But I just saw that and I was like, whoa, let's give it a shot. Well, there's Billings. Good old Billings, Montana. All right, folks, coming in with an update for you. Currently still in Montana, trying to make it to Casper, Wyoming tonight. Here's where we're at. We're finally at a quarter of a tank, going about 250 miles, which is freaking spectacular. I've only been doing 75 this go around. I kind of took a extended driving day today. Honestly, the 10-15 minutes is going to cut off at the end. Didn't really seem worth it for today. Kind of operating at a lower percentage driving wise. But yeah, today's journey came from Canmore, Alberta, not from Red Deer, where I originally drove to. We went and stayed out in Canmore, Alberta. Yeah, I drove my buddy to the airport and then headed out from there, and pretty much going from Canmore all the way to Casper, Wyoming. Apple Maps, Google Maps said it was about 13 and a half hours. We got started around like 7:40 a.m., but I've been stopping a lot more. Just haven't been feeling it today, so I know I'm being a little wimp, but yeah. And also I wanted to try to go a little slower to see if I could really squeeze 1,000 miles out of this thing. I would do cartwheels if I could get 1,000 miles to this tank, but I don't know. I've been doing a lot of uphills and downhills and fighting wind and all that crud. Yep, this is eastern Montana for you. All right, well, I'll check in with you guys. I'm probably not gonna get to half a tank today. It'll probably be tomorrow. Hell, I'm thinking I won't have to fill up for the whole rest of the week whenever I get back to Colorado. I hope that's the plan. Well, we'll see. So, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, folks, hit a pretty good milestone. Look at that, 120,000 miles. This truck turned 2 years old this past April. I bought it in April of 2022, right at the end of April, pretty much the second to last day of April. I think either the 29th or the 30th. The truck was 2 years old this past April of 2024. So shows you how much I like to drive. All right, folks, welcome back. This is the next day now. Kind of lost track of the days. The whole week flew by pretty quick. But we're back in good old Colorado. Just crossed over from Wyoming into Colorado. And I'm at about a quarter of a tank now. Here's what it's looking like. The wind has been absolutely horrible. The fuel mileage is definitely going to suffer. Hopefully I can get better mileage going back into Texas. Pretty much the update for now. Gonna go back. I'll be in Colorado for another week, and then I'll be heading back to good old Tejas. But yep, that's what it's looking like right now. Truck is still running good, besides the two little things, but other than that, we're rocking and rolling. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see ya. Folks, just filled up at good old Buc-ee's in Johnstown. Still can't believe there's a freaking Buc-ee's out here in Colorado. So I'll pop up what I filled up on the screen and the calculation and all that, but I'm gonna go ahead and reset it as we're getting on the highway. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Probably the cheapest fuel I've seen well, besides in Texas. It was only 20 cents more than it was, or no, 10 cents more than it was in Texas. It was only like $2.84, $2.85, I think, per gallon. And in Texas, I paid about $2.70 something, I think. But as you can see, we're heading down to Denver, and then we're going up into the mountains. I probably won't get to a quarter of a tank till the end of the week. But yeah, catch you guys later. What's up, guys? It's your boy John. Just wanted to include the final results in this neat document. As you can see, the hand calculated pre-mod and post-mod numbers are the ones being compared. You'll see at the bottom the overall increase. So feel free to pause this part of the video, take a look for yourselves, and leave a note below. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and we'll catch you on the next one.